This video is part of our Screenwriting Foundations course. To get the full course, go to bloopanimation.com/screenwritingfoundations. Let's talk about proper screenplay format. And in case you think that formatting is just boring and technical and has little to do with the actual story you're trying to tell, in reality, proper format is an essential part of the screenwriting craft and is just as crucial to your success as a good story. Just like you wouldn't presume to write a symphony without understanding its form and structure, screenplays have a specific, agreed-upon structure that needs to be reflected in their format. Getting your format wrong is the quickest way to get your script discarded and ignored. Even small technical errors like typos or punctuation mistakes or poor grammar can annoy readers and turn them off on your writing. If your format isn't correct, the assumption will be that your writing isn't good either. Why should they assume you can write a good story if you can't even get the basics right? So now that I've made it very clear why proper formatting is important, let's jump into it. Title page. The first element of any screenplay is the title page. It's the first thing anyone sees when they pick up your screenplay. It includes the title of your screenplay, the writer's name and contact information, which includes the writer's email address, phone number, and mailing address. Scene headings. Scene headings appear at the beginning of each scene and include three elements: location, the time of day, and whether the scene takes place inside or outside, marked by INT for interior or EXT for exterior. For example, interior coffee shop day would indicate that the scene takes place inside a coffee shop during the daytime. Action description. After the scene heading comes the action description, a brief description of what's happening in the scene. It should be written in the present tense and limited to what can be seen or heard. This is where we describe which characters are in the scene, what they're doing, and any other important setting details. Note that some words, like words that describe sounds or important objects, are written in all caps. We'll go over why that is in a later lesson. Dialogue. After the action description comes the dialogue, headed by the name of the character who is speaking, written all in caps, and centered on the page. The dialogue itself is flushed left, but centered in its position relative to the rest of the screenplay. You can use parentheses to provide additional information about how the dialogue is delivered, like angrily or whispers, but these should be kept to a minimum. Transitions. Transitions are used to indicate a change in time or location. The most common transition is cut to, which is placed on the bottom right to indicate a cut to a new location or time. We'll cover transitions in more detail later in the course, but know that they are used sparingly and only to convey very specific intention. Two other common transitions are fade in and fade out, which are used only at the beginning and end of the screenplay. So this was a very basic and quick overview of what a screenplay should look like. There's a lot more that goes into the format, and luckily for you, modern software takes care of most of the complicated formatting for us. Both options we recommended at the beginning of the course, Final Draft and Arc Studio, will have automatic formatting and will make sure you literally can't make a crucial formatting mistake.